But it wasn't until I was asked to write a book about coping with Alzheimer's, after co-authoring one on coping with cancer, that I really comprehended what Alzheimer's is all about. And it really caught me off guard, I think. I didn't realize how difficult everyday life was for these families. And I had to jump into this, I guess, because we did surveys where we got responses back to some really difficult questions, where we asked the caregivers, what did you have to give up for this disease? And did you resent that? And we got some really very eye-opening answers. I learned so much by reading these very blunt, very emotional responses from families about how their lives have been affected on a daily basis. And that's when I knew I needed to sit in on a support group. Well, I came to my first support group meeting, and it was for newly diagnosed clients and their immediate caregiver. So there were about 10 sets of folks and a big, huge circle around the room. So the staff introduced me, and the families had to give the okay for me to stay, because obviously the support groups are a personal forum in which to express, share ideas and share experiences and help each other, hopefully. And they agreed to let me stay. And I was just going to come for a few sessions. But I was so caught up in the story. One person with Alzheimer's, they wandered away a couple blocks, and their spouse was just worried sick about them. And they didn't, the person who wandered away didn't comprehend the worry, because they didn't see it out of the ordinary for them. They didn't think they were lost. But yet, this is what the families, that's what I started witnessing in the families, and with they broke the clients into one group, talking with the facilitator here at the association, and then the caregivers met with another one. And with the clients, they talked about how to remember things. They were helping each other. Well, I write things on Post-its, or I put things on the refrigerator, or I keep a list at different places around the house to remind me of things, or somebody sets an alarm for me or calls for me. And then the caregivers were talking about, how they're losing the person they love. They're losing the essence of who this person is they've known all their lives, either as a spouse or a parent, a sibling. And it was heartbreaking to listen to, one woman describe how her husband always had the most incredible sense of humor. And, that's faded. And that's what I began to learn about how Alzheimer's tears people into these little tiny shreds.